everyone, how are you guys doing today? Recently, this Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer has gained a lot of popularity. People seem to love this primer. However, for 20 grams of product, it costs you a good $52, which is really expensive for just primer. Now, if you look up dupes, there are two different NYX primers that have been recommended as a possible dupe for this primer. One of them being the NYX Soft Focus Primer, which is very similar in its appearance. It comes in this compact pan. It retails for $10 and you get 6 grams of product in here and a little sponge applicator at the very bottom. And the next one is this NYX Angel Veil Primer, which retails for $15.99. You get 30 ml or 1.02 flow ounces in here. I have had the Angel Veil Primer for some time, so I had tried it before. And luckily we have a NYX store here, so I decided to go directly to the store to pick up the Soft Focus Primer. And when I was there, I came across another primer. This is the NYX Pore Filler Primer. This one retails for $14 and you get 20 ml or 0.67 flow ounces in here. So I decided to buy that one as well to compare against the Tatcha Silk Canvas. So today we are going to do side-by-side comparisons. I'm gonna wear Tatcha primer on one side and one of these 3 primers on the other side. I'm going to keep on switching sides between days so that I'm kind of taking into account, if there are, more lines and more pores on one side of my face versus the other. We are going to do 5-hour wear tests on each of these 3 days. I'm wearing the Tatcha Silk Canvas only on my face today, and I'm going to do a 5-hour wear test today as well. I hope you guys are interested. So let's get into the wear test. Alright, right now I have the NYX Soft Focus on the right side of my face and the Tatcha Silk Canvas on my left. I have made sure to kind of go over my smile lines, my forehead lines and all that. So right now I'm going to go ahead with the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation, and I want to see if the lines are any differently enhanced between the two sides. Foundation is done. Now I'm going to do the concealer. I have taken both the primers under my eyes and over my lids as well. Today I'm using the Makeup Revolution concealer in C13. Right now I'm not noticing any obvious differences. I'm going to set my face with the Banana Setting Powder. This is by Bella Pierre. So I'm just going to set my face and do the rest of my makeup, and I'll see you guys in a minute. Yeah, so my makeup is done. I have set my face with the Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray. And yeah, there is absolutely no reason for me to have this much makeup on. We are basically just going to go to Walmart and maybe Big Lots for some shopping today. My husband has taken our dog to the vets. Once he comes back, we're gonna head out and we'll see how these 2 primers compare. It's been about 5+ hours now and I honestly don't see much difference. We have been out this whole time. We just got home about half an hour ago and we have been walking around Walmart. So we've been indoors and it has been kind of chilly and it's been raining too. So it's not been hot, or I haven't been like sweating on my face. I rarely sweat on my face anyways. But yeah, it's not been hot in general. I haven't been out in the sun, but right now at least I'm not noticing any significant difference between the 2 primer sides. Editing Pallavi here, guys, and I can definitely see that the eyeshadow on the Tatcha side has worn way better and the one on the NYX side has faded a lot more. And I have crazy amount of glitter fallout on my face from this eyeshadow. But yeah, no difference between these 2 primers at about 5 hours post application. Okay, today we are going to do the comparison of the Tatcha primer with the NYX Angel Veil primer. And I'm going to switch the sides for the Tatcha Silk primer. I'm going to wear that one on my right side. And I'm going to wear the Angel Veil primer on my left. Of course, the Angel Veil primer is a much liquidy formula. I have dispensed more than I need. Well, I guess all of it got absorbed, so I am going to use all of it. They both have this whitish tinge that I'm not necessarily a fan of. I feel that if I apply my primers underneath my eyes, my concealer applies much better. I definitely can see a lot of kind of white pixelated stuff over my face on both sides, more so on the Tatcha side. I'm not wearing any lotion over my skin today. After I wash my face, I should have, but I'm not. I'm gonna apply the same 2 products that I did yesterday, which is my Makeup Revolution Concealer and NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Foundation. I've been absolutely loving this sponge since I tested it the first time for my concealers. This foundation absolutely requires my skin to be hydrated before I use it. So since it is not, we might be able to notice if the Tatcha primer is significantly better in performance. Alright, so the face makeup is done. Right now I feel like my smile lines are a teensy bit more apparent on the Angel Veil side, whereas around the same area on the Tatcha side, the makeup application is a little bit more dry, as if it's grabbing onto very tiny dry patches on this side. As I said that I'm not wearing any lotion underneath. I should have, but I'm not today. So given that my skin is already dry and I had just washed my face, I think Tatcha primer is not as hydrating as the NYX primer, but it is also more pore filling than the NYX Angel Veil primer at this time point. Other than that, I'm not noticing any significant differences. I'm going to do a later check-in, and I do plan on recording an eyeshadow video today, so you will see some bolder eye look a little bit later. So see you guys in a bit. So it's been about 5.5 hours now, and in general right now I feel like I have more pronounced smile lines on my left side, the Angel Veil side, compared to the Tatcha side, and I feel like the pores are slightly more enhanced, like in this little area compared to right here. I don't see much difference under my eyes or anywhere else. So I could say that the Tatcha is working like slightly better than the Angel Veil primer. I don't know if that justifies the price difference, but it is working, a teensy bit better than the Angel Veil. Alright, so today I'm going to use the Tatcha primer on my left and the NYX Pore Filler on my right. This is what the NYX Pore Filler primer looks like. I feel like in texture it feels the closest to the Tatcha one. It's still slightly on the thinner side for sure. This is doing an amazing job for filling the pores at least. Wow, I'm very impressed with this. This has almost like a powder like feeling now once I have kind of massaged it into my skin. And this side still has slight bit of tackiness. To be honest guys, I usually never apply this much primer on my face. Alright, so let me do the foundation. At least right now it feels like the foundation has applied easier on the pore filler side versus the Tatcha side. It seems to be grabbing slightly in certain regions. Let's do the concealer and we'll see if that makes a difference. For some reason, I feel like this side is more evenly covered compared to this region. I'm gonna add a teensy bit more foundation on this side. Now I think they look more even. Alright, so I have used the e.l.f. Poreless Finishing Powder to set my face, and this is what the two sides look now. This is the Tatcha side, and this is the Poreless Primer or Pore Filler side, the NYX Pore Filler side. Alright, so I finished the rest of my makeup. Overall, for some reason, I am feeling like things are more patchy on the Tatcha side today, and they're just not applying as well. It's almost feeling like the concealer is not even there in the creases, and there's like bare skin. So there's no product besides the primer in my creases on this side. Well, I guess I was able to remedy that situation a bit, I think. Okay, this is how my face looks right now. I'll see you guys in about 5+ hours. Okay, so now this is about almost 6 hours later, and I feel like the smile lines are much less exaggerated on the Tatcha side today compared to the Angel Veil primer that was wearing on the same side yesterday. Comparing between the left and the right sides, I feel like the pores are less visible, as well as the smile lines are less visible on my left side. Overall, I feel like the forehead lines are much less visible today on both the sides compared to what I remember seeing yesterday. Under my eyes, for some reason, the concealer has again done the same thing. It has kind of creased and separated from the creases, as opposed to the right side where I don't see that effect. Basically, there's no product, either concealer or foundation, in my creases. Again, the pores that were more visible here on this side yesterday are not so today. I know that I do have slightly exaggerated pores on my right side of the face. And just in terms of feelings, I feel like this side is feeling slightly more hydrated than my left. Looking at the viewfinder, for some reason, I feel like my right side overall looks more even in the viewfinder, okay, compared to my left. Today I have moisturized my face and I'm going to press in the concealer on my pores. Hopefully this will give me a better wear time. I'm going to use the same foundation, the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop in the shade Cinnamon. Alright, so the foundation is done. I've done 18C bit of contouring with my $1 AOA Sculpt FX contour sticks. This is from Shop Miss A dollar store. And since I'm pretty convinced because of the past 3 trials that my favorite Makeup Revolution concealer does not work with the Tatcha primer, I'm gonna try the Tarte Shape Tape today and see if, you know, that does not do the weird kind of separating from the crease business. Alright, sorry, the heater has kicked in, but anyway, I have set my face with the AOA Perfect Studio powder. Again, $1. This is a banana powder, and I've gone a little bit heavier with the setting. I have used a sponge which is slightly damp to apply the powder. Yeah, so right now I'm noticing like a slight separation. The reason I went slightly heavier with the setting today is because if that's what this primer needs, then that's what this primer needs, and you know, I wanted to let you guys know that. So alright, so let me finish the rest of my makeup and we'll talk more about these primers. Alright, so my makeup is done and I'm not noticing as much of the settling in creases of the Tarte Shape Tape concealer as I noticed with the Makeup Revolution concealer for the past 3 days. So maybe, you know, that concealer just doesn't work with Tatcha primer. Also, I had used the It Cosmetics creams to moisturize my skin beforehand before applying the primer, so that might have helped as well. I definitely feel like it does a good job in terms of like blurring the pores and, you know, blurring some of the smile lines. So, you know, I will do a usual 5-hour check-in and I'll tell you guys what I think about, you know, just the Tatcha primer at that point of time. Alright guys, so it's about 5 hours later since I applied this makeup. Let me zoom you guys closer. So today I'm just wearing the Tatcha Silk Primer on both sides of my face, and definitely with the Tarte Shape Tape, the separation, I guess that's the correct word, from the creases or in the creases is much lesser. As you can see, it is there very slightly, but it's almost negligible. I did set my eyes much heavier today as well, so it could have to do with that, or I don't know. I used the AOA Perfect Studio powder, which I hadn't used before. This is a talc paste powder. So I think I did use my e.l.f. powder in one of my wear tests, and that is also a talc based powder, but I don't think I ever baked almost as heavy or set as heavy as I did today. So that definitely has helped. The creasing is really minimal in my smile lines, almost negligible. I can totally ignore it. I can almost say that there is no creasing in my smile lines. There's a teensy bit of gathering of the foundation in my nostril crease or corner. I don't know what to call it, but I have pretty much seen that every single time. There is a little bit of wear of the foundation on the top of my nose. I have been home pretty much all day today, except that I did take a nap. So I don't know if I was, you know, touching my face or something. I do sleep on my side. So, but it's nothing. On my forehead, yesterday when I was using the poreless primer, I remember that I had like a little bit of kind of pitting almost, where I could see my pores yesterday, but I can't see them today. There's a little bit higher pitting or settling in my pores on my right side, but as I mentioned yesterday, I do have more pores in general on my right side. not more pores, more pronounced pores on my right side compared to my left. And my chin area, I think, looks the best that it has looked in the 4 days. Alright, so if you guys are interested in my final thoughts on these primers, if I think the Tatcha primer is actually worth its hefty price tag, and which of these 3 NYX primers do I think is the closest dupe for the Tatcha primer, please tune in tomorrow for the finale of this video. I had to leave it out because of how long this video was getting. Thank you again for joining me. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope you consider subscribing and ringing the bell before you leave. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!
All right.